Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. I am Zarkoon and today I have a video for you featuring the new Tier 3 Premium German battleship, the Nassau. Now I unlocked this battleship several days ago. I actually did it on a live stream that is called the World of Warships Legends Spooky Stream on my channel. You can go check that out if you would like. Some very funny things happen at the end of that stream. If you want to have a good laugh, skip to the 2-hour and 44-minute mark of that stream. But now on to the Nassau. So I'm going to talk about a couple things here. And right off the bat, we'll just start with the things that you can see. So it has 36,140 hit points with Hyde, who I also unlocked in the Wicked Waves campaign. If you have not finished the campaign and you don't know whether you want to buy the Admiralty backing to get Hyde, I suggest you do, because I think he is a very interesting commander. Anyway, 36,140 HP with Hyde, whose base trait gives a higher HP count to battleships, or to maybe any ships, I'm not sure, I'd have to check, by a percentage. So the base HP is lower than that 36,140, which makes it by far the lowest HP at Tier 3 by almost 10,000 HP in most cases. It's got 13 to 340 millimeters armor thickness, which has the thickest max armor in the tier, thicker than anything except the Corbeil, and I'm not sure what all that amounts to because there's no armor viewer, of course. 13% torpedo reduction. Now the artillery. It's got 12 283 millimeter guns. Firing range on my build is about 13.8 kilometers. Those are the smallest guns at the tier and the lowest damage values at the tier. Max damage for the HE shells, 3,200, 19% fire chance, which is the lowest for any battleship at the tier, and then max AP damage, 7,200, again, lowest of anything at the tier. Now, it does have a lot of secondary guns. It's got 16 88mm secondary guns of two different types, two different mark, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what they're called. Maybe I should have written that down. Anyway, it's also got 12 150mm secondary guns, and these things have a range of 7 kilometers with Hyde and with a secondary build. And I did go for a full secondary build on this ship. You're about to see the secondaries open up here against this destroyer really quick, who I just hit for a nice HE shot, broke his engines, and there they go, opening up. They're gonna give us one of those green defend ribbons, very valuable. Now, while I wouldn't recommend, a full secondary build on the higher tier battleships on this thing, it's just really fun with these secondaries. And the secondaries are definitely the best at the tier, bar none, with that 7-kilometer range, with Hyde in the secondaries mod. Nothing else comes close. Now, maneuverability. I've said everything so far is kind of the worst at the tier, but the maneuverability. Max speed of 23 knots, 510 meter turning circle radius, and 11.8 second rudder shift time. So this is the best battleship at the tier for maneuverability. It's got the smallest turn radius and the best rudder shift time, and that is very noticeable when you're playing this thing. It feels very responsive, moves very well. It's not quite cruiser-esque, but it doesn't have that same sort of hulking giant feel when you're trying to control it as something like, I don't know, say the Wyoming. So very maneuverable ship. Actually pretty good at doing the torpedo beats. Now the guns. I'm going to take a shot at this Königsberg over here. See if they hit anything. I find that neither the armor piercing nor the HE does a whole heck of a lot of damage, and the fire chance is not great. Also, there's a the whole issue of the German accuracy on this ship. It's not very accurate. Sometimes it can't hit the broadside of a barn from the inside, but in the mod slots there is an option to put an artillery plotting room, like on the tier 7 American battleship, the Iowa. I don't have that installed yet because I'm not inclined to pay the 3 million credits it takes. But I suspect that will greatly buff the accuracy. Now we're taking a shot there at that other Nassau, and you see we get like 1 overpen on him. So there's the accuracy for you. What I've found I like to do in this ship, and I'm about to head over here and go do it, is get up close and personal. The secondaries are actually, surprisingly pleasantly effective at tier 3. I've seen them take like 1200 HP off of, like smaller ships like destroyers. They break their engines. I've even seen them take like 300 HP off battleships and stuff. They start fires, etc. So they're just really fun to get up there, up close and personal, and get them firing on some targets, and of course, being close, the accuracy of the guns is improved. I mean, you're much more likely to hit something when it's not far away from you. So right now you see in this game I am choosing, or I'm trying to decide if I want to go engage this other Nassau or if I want to turn over there and engage the cruiser. You see the secondaries are already opening up on this guy, and I have decided, it seems, that I am going to go turn and try and kill that cruiser and then maybe come back around and get into the cap here. You see my team is losing quite badly. We only own 1 cap, and I believe that is going to change here soon. Now, unfortunately, this maneuver that I'm about to pull requires me to turn broadside in front of this Nassau, but I get behind the island and get away with it. And now I'm coming up on this Königsberg, who I'm pretty sure is probably going to launch torpedoes at me. But I'm going to try and take him out before he can. So there we go. And we do take him out with the Citadel. Now, he has probably launched those torpedoes. Where are they? There they are. So I'm going to turn and easily avoid them. Unfortunately, the friendly destroyer takes one and goes down to the bottom of the ocean. Sad day for him. A little bit embarrassing. But maybe not quite as embarrassing as the performance of my team in this match. I got an Omaha taking fire at me over there. He's already lit a fire on my ship, which isn't, great. And I want to slow down here, get all my guns on him, and see if I can't get a shot off. Looks like I can. Take the shot, and right as I do, that pesky island comes in the way and blocks the entire salvo. Doesn't that suck? Well, anyway, now we don't own any cap circles, and we are in grave danger of losing this battle. So I need to come around and start killing things in very quick order. Now, there was a Nassau over here. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but he appears to be gone. I believe he may be heading towards the bottom of the ocean. And of course, we've got a kamikaze who launched torpedoes. I slam on the brakes in order to avoid them. I do end up avoiding them. Take out the kamikaze's engines. Unfortunately, he disappears. And now we have got the other Tier 3 German battleship approaching us, the Kaiser. The Kaiser has much bigger guns than I do. And he's not quite... Well, again, I don't know what the armor viewer looks like, but according to just the base numbers, his max armor thickness is 350 millimeters, I believe, whereas mine is 400. So I might be better armored than him, but you can see I'm about at half health, and he's got a few more hit points than I do, and I've got another fire burning. But that's okay. The damage control is about to... Oh, we got more torpedoes from that pesky kamikaze, and I think this time I am not going to be able to avoid all of them. Nope, looks like I'm going to take one there for a significant amount of HP, have to pop the damage control and start the heal. One of the nice things about Hyde is that one of his traits gives you an extra heal. So that's pretty useful, especially on this ship with its very low HP count. And you see here what I am doing is closing in on this Kaiser. This is what I find myself doing a lot in this ship, closing in on enemy ships, getting my secondaries to fire on them, and trying to get good hits with the AP shells, which I should be able to do because this guy is completely broadside. But unfortunately, the small 283 millimeter size often prevents you from getting good hits. I don't really think I've gotten a whole ton of citadels on enemy battleships. Certainly have on cruisers, and I've one-shotted them, you know, and done devastating strikes. Now there's a nice hit, 7,200 damage or so, which is about the, you know, the max damage value of these AP shells. So that is about as good as you can expect. Luckily, this thing has a particularly fast reload time, especially if you choose to use Hyde's Brawler perk. And you see this Kaiser, who started off at much more health than I did, is about to go down. Unfortunately, I am turning broadside in front of him, but I think I'm going to be able to finish him off before he can do anything to me, and yep, there he goes. So now I have brought the enemy ship count is down to 2, and it would be possible to win this game. All that has to be done, well, all I have to do is kill this Omaha and then kill that kamikaze. And that Omaha is on low health, so a couple, maybe 1-2 salvos should do it. Do get a little hit on him. It's an overpen, so not a whole heck of a lot of damage. He is firing AP at me, which is probably not the best choice on his part. But it is doing a little bit of damage. And now he has turned in front of me. He is very close. I don't want him to turn around and torp me, so I'm going to fire. And I take him out with, looks like a penetration right through the bow. Now that just leaves the enemy kamikaze. And if he is smart, all he has to do is nothing, and he wins. The enemy team's at 900 something points, and well, there's his torpedoes, so he's around here somewhere, and you can see the cap is being contested. Oh, there he is. I've got maybe one chance to hit him. So I take the shot just as he disappears. He appears again, and he's gone. So there is no way, unfortunately, that I can win this game. But I picked this replay because I thought all this close quarters kind of combat was pretty fun, and I thought it was a good illustration of what this ship is like to play. It's very maneuverable. The secondaries are rather insane. The guns, you know, they aren't the greatest, but it's just a really fun ship to play. I can definitely see myself playing this thing on a weekly basis to get those premium missions done. And so there, that's it. That's the battle. Unfortunately, a defeat, but what can you do? Now, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Got a lot of World of Warships content coming. Thanks. See you next time.